Hello, my friends. We will start the practice with chanting mantra Om. Hello, my friends. Hello, my friends again, and welcome to Real Yoga Live class number 32. Today we are going to continue our practice of Pranayama and that of meditation. Today we will continue practicing these same exercises which we have already learned in the past, uniting them all into one beautiful sequence. So sit on the floor, sit on your mat. If you need, you can be sitting on a chair somewhere else. The most important thing is your spine is straight. You can employ Jnani Mudra. Better have the tip of the tongue touching the upper roof of your mouth. We will start with meditation, with observation. Observing how we feel, how we are now as we are starting our practice. What is the inner feeling? We move attention to the physical body. Observe how the physical body does today. Is body feeling energized or not? Is body feeling tense or relaxed? Maintaining spine straight, elongating the spine. We move our attention into our breathing, the way we breathe. How is our natural breathing right now? We will move into our first exercise, the diaphragmatic breathing. Breathing only with your stomach, the chest doesn't move, while at the same time being aware and mindful of the way it feels. Being aware of the abdomen, we will move into our next breathing exercise, which is full yogic breathing. So after full exhalation, inhale in the stomach, continue inhaling in your chest, and exhale. Exhale from chest, exhale from your abdomen. Continue breathing full yogic breathing while maintaining the spine straight. Continue breathing full yogic breathing. Each breath starts with inhalation in the abdomen and then continues inhalation in the chest until the lungs are full or almost full. When you exhale, you start exhaling from the chest, and then the abdomen goes all of the way in. Continue. When you are inhaling in your stomach, imagine that you are also inhaling into your lower back. When you continue inhaling into your chest, imagine that not only you are inhaling into your chest forward, but also it is protruding sideways, left and right, and backwards as well. As you continue breathing, start observing how you feel now. Breathing full yogic breathing, you may experience different sensations in your body. Observe how you feel. Full yogic breathing helps to give us energy, prana, helps to energize us, helps to ventilate the lungs, which is also important, strengthens our lungs, makes them more elastic. But at the same time, if you are over breathing, such as you are breathing too fast, you may start getting dizzy. mindful of the way we feel after having breathed this way, we will continue into our next exercise, which is Ujjayi. No, let's continue. Let's continue with Kapalabhati. First, let's make the Kapalabhati, which is the breath of fire. I will remind that people who suffer from high blood pressure or problems such as ulcers or hernia, or also problems with the heart, Kapalabhati Pranayama can be more complicated, more dangerous. So be careful with this exercise. We will start Kapalabhati and continue practice Kapalabhati while I explain this exercise to those people who don't know or who don't remember. So basically, this is a forceful exhalation. You exhale forcibly from your stomach, bringing it inwards in a sudden explosion manner. And then you relax, and the inhalation and the stomach coming forward will happen by itself. No need to force anything. Exhalation is the active part, forceful part, igniting part, awakening Manipura chakra part. However, the inhalation happens by itself. This is Kapalabhati Pranayama. Continue breathing, Kapalabhati. You can make it slower, you can make it faster, you can also practice in different intensity as well. You can make it more forceful or less forceful, your exhalations. At the same time, if you want to make this practice more advanced, you can also be holding the support of Mulabandha, the pelvic floor, while you do Kapalabhati Pranayama. If at any moment throughout our practice you need rest, you need to come back to your normal breathing, do this, come back and breathe as long as you need to, and whenever you feel ready, you can come back into our exercises, our practices. At the same time, if you find that sitting in the same position is becoming too difficult, too unbearable, you can always change the position of your legs, for example, crossing them in a different way, or even sitting on a chair. Remember, have the spine straight. Now let's continue Kapalabhati for a little bit more. And we can come back to normal breathing, maintaining spine straight. Observe how you feel now. What are the effects, the results of this Kapalabhati Pranayama for you right now? How do you feel? Do you feel that this exercise kind of activates this area, your stomach, your lower abdomen? This is where the Manipura chakra is, and this pranayama does help activate Manipura chakra. Do you feel more energized after having breathed this way? How do you feel? How do you feel the change in your mental state, in the way you feel as well? We will continue into our next exercise, which is the victorious breath, Ujjayi Pranayama, the breathing that sounds. So let's start doing Ujjayi Pranayama. Continue breathing Ujjayi breath. For those who don't remember or don't know how to do this, I will explain. So while you breathe, which can be abdominal breathing, which can be full yogi breathing if you want to breathe more fully, Ujjayi pranayama is the pranayama that happens when you restrict the airflow in your throat by restricting or contracting this glottis, it is called, this part of your throat. By restricting it while you breathe, the breathing becomes more pressured and yes, more restricted, which produces this sound, the sound of the ocean. This pranayama also generates power, generates heat, generates friction. This is what you can, even physically, you can hear audibly, you can hear the sound which is produced by the friction in your throat. So by producing friction, it produces power and fire, and at the same time, it is also helpful as one of the practices for Vishuddhi chakra, the energy center of the throat. Let's continue breathing Ujjayi victorious breath. As you keep on breathing, if you want to make this practice more advanced, you can also practice Mula Bandha, the pelvic floor lift or contraction. Continue, spine straight, concentrated on the sound of your own breathing. Keep on breathing, spine is straight. Observe how you feel. What did this Ujjayi Pranayama make happen in you? We will move into the next exercise, which is alternate nostril breathing, Anulom Vilom Pranayama. So start with inhaling through the left nostril, exhale right, inhale the same right, exhale left, inhale the same left, change nostrils, exhale right, inhale the same right, change nostrils, exhale left. Keep on breathing, Anulom Vilom Pranayama. Keep on breathing with the spine straight, aware, aware of each breath. Can you feel the difference of left and right nostril and breathing through them? Continue breathing. Keep on breathing, aware of each breath, spine straight. Keep on breathing until you finally exhale through the left nostril. Because when you do this, come back to normal breathing. Take your time to end this pranayama if you need. And observe how you feel after Anulom Vilom Pranayama. What is the result of this breathing for you? Do you feel more balanced? Do you feel more kind of calmed down? Do you feel, for example, that this exercise, alternate nostril breathing, is more cooling, more cool uh, when compared with our previous two exercises, which were Kapalabhati and then Ujjayi Pranayama? Can you see the differences in the exercises and the results you get from those exercises? Observe your inner state now. Again, I will remind you that if you need to change the position of your legs throughout the practice, if it is becoming too difficult to sit in one way, you can always change your position. However, it would be important to maintain your spine straight. We will move into the next exercise, which we have learned recently, which is Bhramari breath. Uh, so I will show first, and you can start practicing. If you remember, you can start practicing as well. So now we go on doing this, what I have done, Brahmari Pranayama. For those of you who hadn't watched the class where I explained how to do this, I will try to explain quickly, shortly now. If you know how to do this, you can start practicing. So Brahmari means you will be closing your ears, and the ears you will be closing with your thumbs, but in the following way. You want to close this tragus, it is called tragus, this kind of opening that you want to force in or put in into your ear, and close your ear. You don't need to apply much pressure, so you will do with both of your ears, obviously. And then the position is of the other fingers is like this. Your index finger goes onto the eye, your other finger goes onto the nose, but it doesn't block the nose. Your nostril is still opened. And the other two fingers, the smallest fingers, go onto the upper and lower lip respectively. This way you can inhale because your nose is opened, and when you exhale, basically you are humming, and this humming is coming from your nose. However, this humming is producing a vibration in your brain, and this is what you want to do. You want to concentrate your attention on this vibration in your brain, which is activating the third eye, Agna center, the brain stem. Spine straight. Spine straight. We are finishing Brahmari breathing, Brahmari Pranayama. Lower your arms. Observe how you feel. What did this exercise do to you? Can you still hear this vibration, this humming happening in your body and being? How do you feel after this exercise? Maybe you feel more internalized, more of your attention is with yourself, in yourself, inside. This is a great exercise for bringing your attention back to yourself. The spine remains straight, the meditation continues into observation of our own self. Feel your own being. Feel the presence of your own self. Feel your being. Feel the presence of your own self. Aware of your own self. Aware of the presence of your own self. Enjoying the company of your own self. Reconnecting with your own self. Mindful and aware of your own self. And as you are aware of your own self, let me chant this Gayatri mantra to you. One repetition. Om Bhurбhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Our practice, our yoga, our meditation class is slowly ending. We still sit, strain, we still sit straight with our spine straight, aware of how we feel now as we are closing our practice. Do we feel different than when we started, and how? Do you feel more empowered? How do you feel your breathing? As we have been doing different breathing exercises, how is the breathing now? Is it somewhat tired? Or on the contrary, it feels more activated, more invigorized? Observe how your body feels. Different practices we have done today are also helpful to provide more prana, more energy to the body and to the system, to the being, to the mind, everything. Do you feel more energized? Do you feel with more prana energy? Observe this in you. Whether you can feel yourself more in control of yourself. Our practice is slowly approaching its end. I will come back closer to the device to see the activity throughout our class. So I can see hello, 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 my friends. Still aware, still mindful. What is the feeling? Today's practice and these exercises we have done, you can practice them any day. And the more you do them, the more you will experience the benefits of those practices, obviously. Our practice and our class is about to end, and I would like to end this as we usually do, chanting Om mantra 7 times. Have a good day.